when I first got wind of this story, I started really more so laughing at it rather than shaking my head because I found about it on Twitter. And this is how it pretty much happened. I logged on to Twitter and I just looked at my notifications. And then on the side, if you don't have a Twitter account, they have all the trending topics. And down on the trending topics list toward the bottom, I saw one that said Tyrone. I'm like, Tyrone? Well, let's just be real here. That had to be about a black person because I highly doubt, I don't know a white person by that name. So I clicked on it, and it's about this guy named Tyrone Hankerson who worked in the financial aid office. And I think he was a student there. So, sometimes they'll hire students to work there, I guess to help them make money while staying, on campus or help, work on campus. And apparently, and this isn't even alleged, this is apparently because it did happen. For the last couple of years or last few years, he was able to rack up hundreds of thousands of dollars in financial aid money that wasn't his. Now basically, he stole the money. In so many words, he stole the money. $429,000 to be exact of other people's money, other students. Now, if y'all don't know, Howard University does not get funded by the government. It's a private institution, like most HBCUs. So that money that they get is usually from donors that are like connected maybe to churches or other organizations that's not, I guess you could say, hugely government based. And when it comes to the money that he was taking, it was coming from student loans. So basically it was coming from the parents or whoever the legal guardian is of these students. And he was taking the money and going on excursions, trips, buying designer clothes. I mean, the guy was living his best life for the last few years. Now, a lot of people were questioning, why didn't they get him then, the minute that they found out about this? I said because they were building up an investigation. And they needed enough to get this guy on. And he like I said, he was scamming people like crazy. And he was like right underneath their nose. Or was he? So he was taking all that money, buying things, going on trips and things of that nature. And within months of him about to graduate, that's when they decided to bust him. This guy's going to serve a lot of time behind bars. On the federal side especially. He's going to be in jail for quite some time. Now, that was for me, like, I was laughing at it, not because, it was so funny, because it is sad. It's a sad situation. It's a pathetic one. But I was more laughing at the people's responses to it because, on Twitter, people go crazy. But here's another reality of this situation right here that you can see on your screen. This thing has legs because it wasn't just this Tyrone Hankerson character, but it was also some other people involved with it as well. As of late of last year, it's 2016, it says 6 Howard University employees fired for misappropriating financial aid. And it's also being said that the president of the school most likely had a hand in it as well. Now, this is not me sitting here talking shit about Howard University. I almost applied to Howard University. And Howard University is like really, really close to me. But I didn't. At the end of the day, I did not. I chose to go elsewhere. And it's, like I said, it's sad. It's really sad and it's pathetic. Because these kids are, they're being told wrong information about where their funds are going. And they're supposed to be using those funds to pay for certain things. And their money is gone. Tyrone Hankerson would have gotten away with this had he graduated. The minute he would have got his degree and walked across that stage, he would have been able to get away with doing this. Of course, now he won't because they caught him. But like I said, they got 6 others involved with this as well. Now, I already know Howard University is not the only school or institution to do something like this. This I know. But because it's a HBCU, or you could say a majority black school, and because Howard University has a reputation because mainly of the people that have gone there, mainly a lot of famous individuals, it's going to make headline news. And they love getting black people caught up in something like this that you'll find that a lot of white people would get caught up in. But the fact of the matter is that Tyrone Hankerson guy was able to rack up in almost $500,000 in a fraud. I think that's what got everybody, is he was able to rack up that much money. And you mean to tell me this guy was walking around in designer clothes? I even saw a picture of him in a mink coat, and he was walking around, I think it was that a Gucci bag or whatever it was. I don't know what designer it was. And you mean to tell me that he did not stick out like a sore thumb? It's not like he was on the runway. He was walking around the campus. I'm sure some red flags had went off, but people didn't know how to approach the situation. And then on top of that, I think he was a blogger. I think they say he used to blog over at Huffington Post and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, I really want y'all to research. I'm going to leave the link to this article down in the description. And speaking of articles, it was an article written on this website called Medium. I think it's called medium.com, when it was talking about this. And it went into way more detail than the article that I have up on the screen. And no shock to my surprise, or should I say no shock, no surprise, when I clicked on the link of that article, it was gone. Almost as if it never existed. Like, when you go in there, it just says that this article has been removed from the site. And speaking of removed from the site, if you try to look up anything on this Tyrone Hankerson guy, his Twitter page is gone. His Instagram page is gone. The only thing they had that people were able to grab was a screenshot of his Facebook page, and that's probably gone too, because they are on to him. They know what he looks like now, and if they haven't caught him by now, when they do have him, he is going to be in some deep shit. But it's like I said, it's really sad and pathetic that you're stealing from your own. Because like I said, that stuff isn't funded by the government. It's not like he went out and got it directly from them. He got it directly from the students. And the students' parents, or whoever is paying for their education. But I'm going to end the video right here on this note. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. I will leave the link to this article. I will pin it in the comments so you can have easier access to it. And I'll talk to you in the next one.